Hey, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got a performance review on the low top Under Armour Curry 4. So with that being said, let's go ahead, get right into it. So the traction on these guys, just like the high top, was beastly. I didn't have any issues. This rubber, however, does feel a little bit softer. There's a lot of fraying on this pair, whereas I did not have that issue in any of the high tops that I actually played in. I don't think it's going to be a big deal as far as longevity goes. All I know is that it worked really well no matter what the court condition was. The court that I play on is just really dirty, and I'm pretty much the only one sticking to it as long as I'm wearing these. And the cushion on these is the same exact thing that was offered in the original as well. What is it? I don't know. They say it's a proprietary foam, whatever that means. All I know is that the cushion is pretty much non-existent. However, the setup here is very low profile in terms of being low to the ground. And because of that, you don't feel like you're actually riding on a thick piece of foam. If you're gonna have a platform made out of no cushion or very little cushion, the foam, whatever it might be, this is the setup to go with. It reminds me a lot of the Crazy Quick setup that was offered from Adidas, where it was a very low profile setup, but you never felt like you were lacking any cushion just because you were riding very close to the floor, which makes you feel a little bit more natural and enhances the stability quite a bit, which is what Curry looks for in a shoe. He's not looking for cushion, he's looking for stability. He has ankle issues. He would like to be as low as to the ground as possible. And that's what this shoe right here offers him, and it does a fantastic job of that. If you're looking for a shoe with cushion, you're gonna wanna look elsewhere. However, if you're looking for mobility, stability, court feel, all that kind of good stuff, then this is gonna be your guy right here. Now, like I said earlier, the materials are pretty much the main difference between these and the high tops, and I'm not talking about the collar height. I'm talking about the materials themselves. The upper half of the Curry 4 was made out of a knit, and it was really nice. However, the bottom half was made out of a synthetic that varied between colorways on its niceness, I guess you could say. Some of them felt really stiff and synthetic, while others didn't. This guy right here is not like that at all. The entire upper is actually a knit, and then they have this really thin skin overlay on top of that to protect it, allow that material in those areas to not stretch as much, which I personally find to be a more comfortable setup than what they offered in the high tops. And there is also no pinching in these guys either, which is a huge plus. Now, something interesting is that this material right here is so stretchy that it offers pretty much no support. And so inside the shoe is actually the real structure of the upper. The materials that you see in the back right here, this kind of stiffer, I don't know exactly what it is, but it feels kind of like a flexible fuse, so not very stiff, but you can tell that it's stiffer than the knit. And it's got this mesh overlay on top of that. That actually goes from the heel right here, which it shows you, and then it goes inside the shoe, which it doesn't show you, but you can see if you actually pull everything open and look into it. So from this eyelet over is actually shoe structure, which is really cool. Those are the areas that are really locking you down onto the footbed. It does a fantastic job of that. This whole area right here offers no stretch, even though the overlay material is full knit, and it works really well with the synthetic overlay and the knit forefoot, which I think is awesome. So the materials, again, are the main difference between these and the high tops, and I feel that the materials in this shoe got it right, whereas the materials in the other, I wouldn't say got it wrong, but that was not everybody's cup of tea, especially seeing as how some of those uppers were really stiff and synthetic feeling. Now, the fit is another area that kind of changes between these and the highs. The highs for me fit very much true to size. These guys do as well for the most part, but when you first put them on, there's this extra padding right back here in the heel, and it pushes your foot up to the front of the shoe a little bit more than the highs did. The highs didn't have any padding in the back at all. And because of that, these guys felt really tight at first, like to the point to where I was like, did I order the wrong size or what happened? Like, did I get sent a wrong pair or whatever? But no, it's just the padding. It's pushing your foot up to the front. This pair right here, my right pair, or my right shoe, it's not a pair, but you know what I'm saying? The right shoe for me broke in really nicely. The left shoe still, for whatever reason, feels a little bit too snug. If you are looking at these from a casual perspective, because they look pretty clean in this low top version, I would highly recommend either trying them on or just going up half a size. Whereas if you plan on playing in the pair, I would recommend going true to size or just trying them on in store if possible, because the support heavily relies on the fit, much like it did in the highs. Speaking of support, all of that comes from the tooling. It's kind of crazy because the upper right here is just basically used to keep you on that footbed. The heel containment and support is all in the midsole. You have the TPU speed plate peeking out right here on the lateral end. It actually wraps underneath the footbed and goes all the way to the arch of the shoe. Plenty of torsional rigidity and support, and then again, it's keeping you on the footbed as well. And then you sit inside of the shoes. The shoe's midsole is really just this thick, so that line that you see going through it, that's where your actual foot rests. So you sit within the midsole a little bit, The upper right here is just to keep your foot on there. You can almost take off this entire upper right here and replace it with something like a gladiator sandal, and as long as it is keeping your foot locked down onto the footbed, these are going to be completely playable, which again is just very interesting. Shoes are not usually made like that. This is one of those shoes that is very much a minimalist and natural setup. Doesn't offer any excess bulk or anything like that, which is pretty cool. And that pretty much takes care of it for the performance review on these guys, the Under Armour Curry 4 Low. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that it helped you out a little bit if you were interested in grabbing a pair. This colorway is a limited edition version of the shoe, which is sold out. However, there are 3 other colorways that are available now over at eastbay.com. If you guys are interested, link is going to be in the description box below. There will be another link that will head you over to WearTesters.com as well to give you guys their price, their weight, their scores. Let me know what you guys think about the Curry 4 Low down below in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, have a good one.